Hey guys, I'm back again for the second part of the interview. I'm here with a player of MMG Esports. Most of you know her, Luna.
Hello. Hello. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm peachy.
That's great.
That was so awkward.
Peachy. Okay. So we're going to be interviewing you about your upcoming matchup against Dynamic. How are you feeling about the...
Let me ask you a question. Do you really need to interview me, or is it just going to be like, it's kind of just going to be, one-sided? It's already, you already know what you need to know.
What do I need to know, Luna?
It doesn't matter what the score says. We're beating them on, no matter what. It doesn't matter what Dynamic does. It doesn't matter what they do. It doesn't matter how many times they practice. My team's better, and they always will be better.
Wow. I love the confidence coming from you today. So let's turn the focus a little bit more to your team. We are going to get a little into this interview about your team. Who do you say is the MVP of MVP?
Very definitely. He's a really amazing player, great in ones, great in twos, but just lacking in threes. So we've been working with him to try to get his threes game up.
Nice. So why would you say that Barry is the MVP?
He's just overall really good with passing to the middle and, getting passes from incredible angles, amazing shots, and just getting dunks on top of people. And he's also our freestyler of the team.
Do you think he would play a big part in taking the win?
Oh, definitely. He's one of my favorite players to play with on the team. Besides the owner, and I'm not saying that for legal reasons. However, he's one of my favorite players to play with.
What do you think of the league in general so far?
I mean, it's kind of one-sided at this point. You got my team up there. That's pretty much it. It's my team.
Your team, you believe
my team.
Going to the end?
Don't even worry about the other teams. Just my team. Look, Focus on MMG, okay? We're going to sweep this entire competition, and we're going to take this win. Simple.
Okay. So, if you do win, what do you think that
No, Shay. There is no if.
Win?
It is when.
What would you do with the $100 prize, your team?
Well, actually, and I've actually been talking about this for a while. There's a friend of mine who has some issues trying to get, her living situation underway, but I was gonna use whatever little bit I got from the prize, because I was gonna give it mostly to the team so they could start, making merch and stuff. But I was gonna use whatever I got to go and, give it to someone who actually needs it. There's a lot of people out there who aren't as fortunate as us to get the chance to play, and all those teams need a refresher. So I would probably hold maybe a smaller tournament for the lower players.
Oh, that's a good idea, actually. Hey,
well, what'd you expect me to say? Blow it on fucking Xbox?
The $20.
All of $20 to spend on Xbox. Yeah, that'll give me what? Maybe 1,000 credits? Maybe 2,400 credits?
Maybe.
No, I'm not gonna waste my time buying Xbox stuff. I'll give it to people who need it.
So, do you have any experience playing against Dynamic?
I do not. However, I do have conversations with other teams, and they play Dynamic, and they told me that they play pretty sloppily.
Dang.
So I'm pretty accurate, and that we can just counter their mistakes pretty easily.
So, what do you think of their roster, and how do you think it compares to the rest of the league?
Now, would you like me to be full-on toxic, or just completely calm down a bit?
I think be honest, but also give some insight on what you think in comparison to the other teams. So, do you think they even have a chance? How far do you think that they're going to get in the league compared to the other teams?
I don't think they're going to get far. I'll be completely honest. That team is completely dog water.
Is that just compared to you, or is that compared
Oh, no, that's compared to the rest of the teams. I'm pretty sure even the lower division could beat them.
So you think the roster is...
A joke? Yes.
A joke, I see. So if you had to make a dream team of your players from both teams, you think how many of yours...
I'm not grabbing any Dynamic players. They're all dog water.
If you had to pick one, do you think there's one that would stand out to you over the rest?
I don't know. Ray's got managerial. He's got his team under control. But, if you're going to put together a team, at least give us a challenge. So I guess I'd take Ray. I guess I'd settle for Ray.
Do you think Ray is, like, going to be carrying his team, like, to any of his matches?
I'd like to think that the captain's the best player. But who am I kidding? I'm the best player on the team, so, like, and I'm not the captain. So I think definitely Ray is going to be the one I'm going to definitely watch for, though.
Okay. He's the one to look out for?
Definitely one to watch.
Nice.
Nope.
So for your matchup, like, that's coming up, what do you think the final score will end up being?
I think it's going to be, I'll be completely honest with you. I think genuinely it's going to be a 3-1, but I'd like to take the sweep. I'd like to go 3-0. But I'd like to completely demolish this team.
So do you think it will be, like, an easy sweep, or do you think maybe they'll, like, put up a bit of a fight and, like...
I don't know. From what I've heard, the team is unpredictable, so...
Okay.
Although I will promise you one thing. MMG's coming out on top, whether we have to play dirty or play smart.
Okay. Do you think that Dynamic has good team chemistry? Like, from what you've heard? No?
No.
Okay. Do you think team chemistry is important when playing in the game?
Oh, most definitely. You got people. You got to know your around the field. You got to know where the boost is. You got to know how to rotate. You don't rotate. You don't rotate ball side. You have to rotate outside. You don't want to rotate towards the ball because then you're going to give your teammate a really shitty position. So team comp is everything in this game. You can practice freestyles, aerials, double taps, musty flicks, whatever the hell you want to practice. But when it all comes down to it, and it's big leagues, they're not going to help you. They might help you 1 or 2 times, but team chemistry is your key.
Yeah, that is well said. If you could give advice to your opponent before starting the matchup, I think you would say to them?
I suggest practicing for the next 12 hours.
Well, by the time they see this, they won't have 12 hours, so...
Oh, when will they see this? Oh, like 30 minutes? Perfect. Try to just get with your team for the next, however long until your demise is. Maybe you'll have a chance.
Okay. We'll see if they will take your advice to heart. Well, thank you so much for coming to this interview, Luna. It was a pleasure.
Yeah, of course. Thank you. Thank you for having me.